Bullies dragged shy girl to bathroom, radios crackled, and the door swung open. Opening hook, instant suspense. Her breath came in short, shallow bursts as her sneakers squeaked across the polished school hallway. The world felt too big, too loud, and yet, too empty. Class was about to start, but she still had one more turn to make before she was safe. Then, a sudden, sharp click of footsteps echoed behind her. She didn't need to look. She knew that sound. Her fingers clenched around the straps of her backpack. Maybe if she kept walking, they'd just let her go. No. The grip came first, tight around her arm, followed by a voice she dreaded. "Where do you think you're going, mouse?" The smell of cheap perfume and mint gum surrounded her as two more figures flanked her sides. Before she could think, before she could run, she was being pulled down the hall toward the one place she feared the most. The bathroom at the end of the east wing. The one where the light flickered, and where no teachers ever seemed to go. She didn't know it yet, but in less than 2 minutes, the crackle of radios would slice through the hallway. And when that door swung open, everything would change. Chapter 1, Invisible. Sophia wasn't the kind of girl anyone noticed. 14 years old, always in plain sweaters, always in the back row, and always with her head tilted just low enough so her hair could fall in front of her face. She wasn't shy because she lacked thoughts, her mind was full of them. She was shy because somewhere along the way, she had learned that speaking up meant inviting pain. At Westbrook High, silence didn't make you safe. It made you a target. Chapter 2, The Queen Bee. Every school had one, the person who made the rules that teachers didn't write down. Here, her name was Jenna Rivers. Perfect hair, perfect clothes, perfect smile, and a personality that could cut glass. Beside her were Kelsey and Brooke, their loyalty unquestioned, their cruelty unquestioned, and their laughter always loudest when it was at someone else's expense. For weeks, they had been circling Sophia. First, the whispered comments. Then the accidental bumps in the hallway. Then the milk carton spilled all over her math homework. Sophia told herself it would stop if she stayed out of their way. But with girls like Jenna, avoiding them wasn't an option. The only option was submission or resistance. And resistance came with a price. Chapter 3, The First Humiliation. It happened in the cafeteria. Sophia had just bought her lunch, pasta, a small carton of juice, and an apple. She was halfway to the table in the corner when she heard it. "Hey, mouse." She froze. Jenna was smiling like a shark. "Come here a second." Sophia didn't move. She turned away. That's when Jenna stuck her foot out. The tray hit the floor, pasta splattering across the tiles. The room erupted in laughter. "Oh no," Jenna gasped, putting a hand to her mouth. Did the little mouse drop her cheese? The laughter echoed in Sophia's ears. She bent down to pick up the apple rolling away from her. She didn't cry. Not here. Not in front of them. But she could feel the crack in her chest widening. Chapter 4, Tuesday. It was 2 weeks later when things escalated. The hallway was unusually quiet between classes. Sophia was hurrying toward English when Jenna's voice sliced through the air. "Hey, mouse. Got a minute?" Her steps quickened. Too late. A hand gripped her arm, Kelsey's. Brooke was on the other side. "Where are you running off to?" Jenna asked, appearing in front of her. Sophia's voice trembled. I have class." "You'll get there," Jenna smirked. "We just need to chat." Before Sophia could react, the three of them were dragging her toward the East Wing bathroom. Chapter 5, The Bathroom. The door creaked as they pushed her inside. The fluorescent light flickered overhead. The sound of running water dripped from a faulty tap. Sophia's back hit the sink counter. "Why are you always acting like you're too good for us?" Jenna asked, stepping closer. "I'm not," Sophia whispered. "Oh, I think you are," Jenna said, her tone mocking. "And I think it's time we taught you a little humility." Kelsey pulled out her phone. "This is gonna go viral." Brooke leaned against the wall, smirking. Bet she cries in 30 seconds. Chapter 6, The Outside World Moves. What the bullies didn't see was that outside the bathroom, a hall monitor named Mrs. Parker had been watching from the other end of the corridor. She saw the way Sophia's feet barely touched the ground as they dragged her. She didn't hesitate. She lifted her radio. "We've got a situation, 3 students dragging another girl into the East Wing bathroom. Request immediate assistance." The response was instant. "Copy that. Officers en route." The crackle of radios came alive. Heavy footsteps began to echo down the hallway. Chapter 7, The Moment. Inside, Jenna shoved Sophia's shoulder. "Say something," she demanded. "Please, stop," Sophia said, her voice barely audible. Brooke snorted. "Oh, come on. That's pathetic." The doorknob rattled. The door slammed open, hitting the wall so hard the sound made everyone flinch. 2 security officers stood there, with Mrs. Parker right behind them. "Step away from her. Now." Jenna's smirk faltered. "We were just." "Now," the officer repeated. His voice was low, dangerous. Chapter 8, Justice. The 3 bullies were escorted out, their protests bouncing uselessly against the tiled walls. Mrs. Parker knelt beside Sophia. "Are you hurt, sweetheart?" Sophia shook her head, but her hands wouldn't stop shaking. That afternoon, the principal's office was filled with shouting parents, excuses, and tears, but the security footage told the truth. The girls were suspended for 2 weeks. Chapter 9, A Note. The next day, Sophia found Mrs. Parker waiting for her at lunch. She handed her a folded piece of paper and walked away. Sophia opened it. "Your voice matters. Don't let anyone steal it." Something in her chest felt lighter. Chapter 10, New Steps. Over the next month, Sophia started spending lunch with Emily from her art class. They painted together after school. She really laughed, for the first time in months. The bullies kept their distance. She still walked with caution, but she also walked with her head a little higher. Chapter 11, Speaking Out. At the end of the year, the principal held an assembly about bullying. To Sophia's shock, Mrs. Parker asked if she'd like to say something. Her heart pounded as she walked to the microphone. The gym felt impossibly big. She took a deep breath. Kindness isn't just smiling at someone. It's stepping in when someone needs help even if it's scary. Someone did that for me. And it changed my life. For a moment, there was silence. Then, applause. YouTube closing narration. Sometimes, all it takes is one person who refuses to look away. If you see someone being hurt, don't be a bystander. Be a lifeline. Speech balloon comment below. Has anyone ever stood up for you, or have you stood up for someone else? Share your story, you never know who you might inspire. Pushpin subscribe to Be Kind Always for more true, powerful stories about courage, kindness, and change. Together, we can make the world braver and kinder, one voice at a time.